Patriots, baby.
The Inky Man.
And he's on the door. And he's on the door.
It is real.
And he's on the door. And he's on the door.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
The Inky Man.
The time has
What up? It's your boy. Happy Monday, you suckers. As you know, today is Motivation Monday. Yet, I am not done with the 7 universal laws. So, we're going to go ahead and get right into that. For those of you who are just tuning into the series, I'm reading this book. And so what I do is I read some passages from the book and then I break it down based off what it is that I read. So let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. So the law that we're studying today is the law of cause and effect, also known as karma. So this law states that nothing happens by chance and that all actions have consequences and produce specific results. The choices we make and the actions we take or don't take, whether conscious or unconscious, have corresponding outcomes and effects. This law, like the other laws, works without question whether you're aware of it or not. A specific trigger causes every outcome in your life. Excess and uncontrollable spending causes money problems or debt. Speeding and having a lead foot results in getting a speeding ticket. A poor diet and lack of exercise results in poor health. The law of cause and effect is the universal version of the physical law Sir Isaac Newton gave us, the law of motion, reaction. There is always a corresponding cause or effect assigned to the nature of our actions. Let's see. Looking at this law from more of a quantum physics point of view, we can see it's responsible for how the universe has progressed. Every cause has an effect, and every effect becomes the cause of something else. So it implies that the universe is always in motion, which we also learned in the law of divine oneness, or the law of oneness. And that it has progressed to where it is today. Its basis is cause and effect and states that a small change, butterfly flapping its wings, one on side of the world. Okay. Its basis is cause and effect and states that a small change, one on side of the world, can result in a larger change several weeks later in a weather pattern such as a tornado. It simply suggests that a butterfly's wings might create tiny changes in the atmosphere location. The butterfly does not directly create the tornado, it only disturbs its pattern according to the theory. That is heavy right there. That's the sidebars real quick. That is heavy. Makes sense too, and I'm glad that last sentence, the butterfly does not directly create the tornado, it only disturbs its pattern according to theory. That makes sense to me, all right? Because with controlled, maybe I'll have to find something to kind of prove that doesn't make sense. I mean, no, I'm sorry, that it does make sense. The weather is controlled, and this is the kind of thing that kind of suggests that. But again, that's something. If you want to know more about that, go ahead and say below that you want me to find something on that. Anyway, the law in its spiritual realm is called karma. If we exhibit a positive force in words or actions, a positive energy will come back to us. Bad coming back to you. Even if you're the only one who knows you did something wrong, you cannot escape it. Those forces will come back around and negatively impact your outer world. This law helps those that are aware of it to stay on a straight path, being honest, thankful, giving, and unselfish will reap you great rewards in your life. Now, I totally believe that, and that's the end of that. I totally believe in the law of cause and effect. And I also am one that is very much into an action being caused or a reaction being caused by an action. Some of the disagreements, fights, confrontations, things like that that I've experienced have usually been me reacting to an action, you know. But I'm sure this is something that you can relate to as well. If you're in a conversation with someone, and this is only this particular case. This law is much bigger than this, but just in this particular case, you're talking to someone, you're having a nice conversation, and then they say something out of turn to you, something that to you is like, why did you say that? Or why, you know, and then you react to it. That's cause and effect. You know, this person may not be aware of what the cause was. They're aware of the effect. But you, being the person that is creating the effect, is aware of the cause. And if you're using specific, or if you're using communication to your advantage, or you're using communication period, not to your advantage, but you're just using that, then you can let the person that effect, you can let them know what caused it. And then you can either move past that and this person realizes this is not the way to go, or this person realizes anytime I want this desired effect, I know that this is what the cause is. That's pretty much it. There's not too much more to go on with that, but if you've been paying attention to all the other laws, this makes sense. It makes sense why this thing comes around. I'm someone who does believe in karma. I am someone who believes in balance, you know. There's always going to be a high and there's always going to be a low, you know. And so even last month, I believe it was, when I had talked about being in a depression and stuff, I also talked about prior to that depression, I was high on the hog. A whole lot of stuff was going on that was putting me in that good space. So when the depression came in, when the lows came in, I understood it's about to be this time. And as opposed to beating myself up or trying to, or blaming it on myself, or how come this or whatever, I realized, okay, this is the time period that I'm gonna have to deal with. How long? I don't know. But I do know I control this, you know? But anyway, get back to the law of cause and effect. I hope you've learned something from this. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you have a story, feel free to comment below. A few of you have been very good with that. Also, make sure to share this show, all right? Because there's more people that need to know this besides you, besides myself, which is why I'm sharing it. And I think it's something that if people exist, even if you choose not to believe them, you know in your life that the different laws that I've been pointing out have affected you in some way or another. You probably just didn't know that, or you probably weren't willing to admit to that. But these things are showing you these laws are not bull. You know what I'm saying? They have a meaning. They have a place in our individual lives. So hopefully you learn from that. Happy Monday to you. Thank you for tuning in to Motivation Monday. Later. Motivation Monday.
In life, you have some people going around and disrespecting the elders. In life, you have some people going around disrespecting other people who step up in a life. All the people in front of you know, say you're not dead for hungry, but I'm seeing another here right now. Everybody, every man and woman.
I hear you, man. The big brother's watching.
And you're gonna do it because I said so.